Hello everybody, welcome to Brainy Dental. This video is a tutorial of making access cavity in a maxillary molar. Now the specimen that we took has curved roots, so we'll also be able to discuss how to approach such a situation. Now let's go ahead and watch. To begin with, we need to make ourselves a little familiar with the occlusal anatomy of the maxillary molar. There are 4 cusps. The largest is mesiopalatal, then mesiobuccal, distobuccal, and smallest is distopalatal cusp. There is the oblique ridge running from the mesiopalatal to the distobuccal cusp. Then there are 2 marginal ridges, the mesial marginal ridge and the distal marginal ridge. The access cavity is made in the mesial 2/3 of the tooth. And when we make the access cavity, we keep in mind that we do not disturb the oblique ridge, the mesial marginal ridge, and the mesiobuccal cusp tip. Now the shape of the access cavity, it follows the shape of the pulp chamber. The location of the mesiobuccal orifice will be somewhere here. The palatal will be here and the distobuccal somewhere here. So the shape of the access cavity is rounded, triangular in shape. The largest orifice is the palatal orifice, and then we have mesiobuccal and distobuccal orifices. Sometimes a 4th orifice might be present, which is the additional mesiobuccal one. When it is present, it is normally present close to the mesiobuccal orifice in line with the palatal orifice. This is a maxillary molar having 3 roots. This is the mesiobuccal root, distobuccal root, and the palatal root. It has a rough length of 21 mm. Since the occlusal surface is attritioned, I have drawn a line to demarcate the cusps. This is the mesiopalatal, mesiobuccal, distobuccal, and distolingual. Now in the central pit present, we will start our access cavity. We start the cutting using a round burr. We position it on the central pit, hold it perpendicularly, and tilt it slightly palatally to start the cutting. I have made this initial notch, and now I will proceed with my burr in this direction towards the palatal canal. Now as I cut deeper, I can sense a burr drop. So I will stop. The pulp chamber is generally present at the level of cemento-enamel junction. That is what we observe here also. Now using a tapered fissure burr, I will move forwards and then sideways to explore the other 2 canals. We can see all the three orifices. Now let us explore the mesiobuccal orifice. In this tooth, the mesiobuccal root is curved in the middle 1/3. In such a case, it is always easier to approach the canal by tilting the file downwards towards the occlusal surface, like this. And then, slowly, with to and fro motion, move the file through the canal till you reach the apex. Now here you can see the file has moved beyond the apex. So we withdraw the file till we reach the apex and we mark with the stopper. Now we'll explore the distobuccal orifice we have entered in the canal. Now in the same way, using gentle to and fro motion, we will move across the file, across the canal till we reach the apex. We have located all the three orifices. Now we will complete the deroofing of the pulp chamber and try and explore for the second mediobuccal canal. Well, maxillary molar is a difficult tooth, and if you are going to start a maxillary molar RCT, do practice first on an extracted tooth before attempting it on a patient. I hope you enjoyed your video. Thank you.